Hi, everybody. Welcome to another beautiful, relaxing ukulele meditation, along with wisdom from the great Thiruvalluvar related to relationship topic today. And thanks for Arpuda for giving us this amazing live ukulele music meditation along with the wisdom. Thanks for your time and thanks for everybody joining today. Welcome. Over to you, Arpuda.
Thank you so much, Priya Master. It's a pleasure for me to be with you all today and very happy and feeling very peaceful and joyful. And let us not wait for much time and we can start directly with today's meditation. And so we do a simple meditation, but the most powerful and efficient. So, which is Anapanasati. We have to simply close our eyes and clasp the hands like this. Sit in a comfortable posture and by listening to the music, we are going to focus on our natural and normal. So just observe the natural breath. Let us start to do meditation. let us slowly bring our attention back to this physical reality and slowly place your hands on your eyes. Then come out of the meditation. If you still want to continue, you can continue. So let us start our session for today. Can you bear with me for a couple of minutes? Let me share my screen. Okay. I think I'm requesting for the screen sharing.
Yes, yes, Karan. Yes, Arpita. Yeah. Are you able to do it?
Let me
Or-
try that.
Yeah, yeah. See, try now.
Yeah, I can. Okay. So today our topic is on relationship, as we know, and these wisdom is coming from yesterday's same book called Thirukural. You can search it on Amazon. It is available. It's also translated in English and many different languages and other Indian languages as well, I would imagine. So yeah, it's a really enlightening book that I found. So yeah, so relationship. So let us discover what is this person, Thiruvalluvar, his point of view regarding relationship, how to, have a, let me go to maybe the next slide. So let us see how to lead a middle path in our life, which is married life. And the second one is roles and responsibilities that we will have when it comes to relationship. And then at the end, we are gonna see some tips to lead a happy life in our relationship. So these are all the main things that we are gonna cover in today's session. There are plenty of other things as well covered in this book, but we are seeing as per our time limit. So let me. So first we are seeing regarding the married life and why one should be in a married life and not in any kind of a monk or no married relationship or having no, being not in the relationship. So why it is really essential to have a married life, which we also say as middle path. And that's a Thirukural number 48. It says, ஆற்றின் ஒழுக்கி அறநெடுக்கா இல்வாழ்க்கை நோற்பாரின் நோன்மை உடைத்து. He directly says, Thiruvalluvar, he directly says, one who is in his household, a normal married life, and he is conducting it in an ethical way by conducting, by considering and, considering the virtues and following the virtues. If one is gonna have a proper married life with ethics and virtues in it without disturbing them, then that person is way more beyond than the monks or the ascetics who are going and meditating in some faraway place, leaving their family, and always maybe thinking of the other world, spiritual world, and not be in the part of this physical reality. So he says, Thiruvalluvar says, a person who is in a normal family life and conducting it in a proper, ethical, and virtue contained manner, then that life is thousand times better than the life of an ascetic. That is how he speaks about um, a marry a life with relationship that we are supposed to have. Okay. The second one, 47, the திருக்குறள் number. இயல்பினான் இல்வாழ்க்கை வாழ்பவன் என்பான் முயல்வாருள் எல்லாம் தலை. So here also it is similar to the first one, but here he also mentions it double the time. He says, out of all the ways of attaining wisdom. So being human beings, our ultimate goal is to get liberation and to understand ourselves, to realize ourselves, and then to realize the God. So these are all our, highest aim and ultimate goal. But there are different techniques to attain this. Only doing meditation or pranayama, yoga, or bhakti, or whatever. Out of all these techniques, the best technique that one could ever have is being in a married life, a domestic, a middle path life, being in the family. There, when we will have plenty of challenges. Imagine if we simply go out and be in the forest or in the nature. We meditate for 10 years, 20, 40, okay. But what? We are just be with ourselves. No challenges are gonna come. Nothing is gonna come. So we can't practically showcase whatever we learned. Meditation gives us energy, meditation gives us wisdom, but how to how to use the wisdom, how to enlighten everyone, not only us, that comes in the family life. So one who is in the family life, being in the middle path, having the physical life as well as the spiritual life, balancing the both, that is the technique which is the highest technique he could ever say. That's what he says. See, all these phrases are coming from 3,000 years ago. This is what we need to understand. So how enlightening if these sentences were, so that still they are alive. And because it is true, because it is speaking about the truth, it is still existing. If it was a lie, if it was a false statement, it would have got eradicated way, that time itself. Okay. The other two things, again from the same type topic, married life. அன்பும் அறனும் உடைத்தாயின் இல்வாழ்க்கை பண்பும் பயனும் அது. So they say, one who has love within the inner and in the outer side, he has to have the ethics or virtue. So these two are the key to maintain the family life. Love within oneself, which is inside. Our being should be complete with love. And in the outside, the way, the action, everything has to be ethical. It has to have the virtue in it. Whatever we do, the actions that we do, they need to have the virtue in it, which is right, which is not going to affect anything or anyone. If we are going to have these two things, then the family is going to be stronger like anything. And the other one, வையத்துள் வாழ்வாங்கு வாழ்பவன் வானுரையும் தெய்வத்துள் வைக்கப்படும். Here, the statement is striking deep whenever I read. Here he says, if we live a proper life in this physical world, of being in this physical world is going to give us a lot of challenges, a lot of mayas here. Even then, if we are going to have a life of giving values to the virtue, then the person is gonna be considered or kept as a god in the higher worlds. So make note of this statement, especially Tirukkural number 50. Even without knowing anything regarding the other world or the other astral realms, or if there is any higher plane exist or whatever, or spiritually, maybe we don't meditate or nothing, but if we are going to simply lead a normal physical life with ethics and virtue in it, carrying it in a right way, not harming, hurting, killing, all this, following all this EMS, niyamas. If we are going to have a life of purity, even without knowing any other higher teachings or whatever, that person is going to be as a god in the higher world. Once we pass this physical realm, once we go to the other plane after this physical life, they are going to see us as like a god. This is the statement. So that's the reason why marriage is very important, or being in relationship, being in a family life is very important, so that we could execute whatever we learned. That is the place where the challenges will come. If not, only learning will be there, but way to practically show that, or to inspire others. How come, everyone, those who are not aware of spirituality, will come into spirituality is by showing to them by the way that we live in this physical life. Those who are aware of spirituality, they need to learn the wisdom from spirituality, come back, live in the materialistic family bonding relationship, then show to all the maybe in remaining 90-95% of the people, to show how one has to live with their life, live their life with all the good qualities. Okay. And what are all the roles and responsibilities one should have when he is or she is in a relationship? So this is for ladies or women. The first statement, பெண்ணின் பெருந்தக்க யாவுள கற்பென்னும் திண்மை உண்டாக பெறின். So the if you could see this image in the right side, you could see the bullock cart wheel, where you could see that key will be there in the middle of the wheel. There's that key. In Tamil they say achan, and that key is the one which is going to hold everything in that bullock cart. All the pressure, all the force, all the tension will act on it, isn't it? If we are going to take that rod or that key or whatever out from that, you know, point, that middle point, then everything is going to get collapsed. The complete wheel is going to come outside, and then the top part of the bullock cart is going to go down, and then everything will be collapsed, isn't it? So that is how a woman is in the family. So such a kind of a strong emotional balance she should have in order to in order to maintain the family in an efficient and in a proper way. So, but he says not should, but women are generally considered to that particular rod in that bullock cart, having they are meant for having strong emotional capabilities. They could withstand. They are the power. They are the energy. They are the people, those who are maintaining the family. It's not the it's not anyone else in the family. And the other one, தம் பொருள் என்பதம் மக்கள் அவர் பொருள் தம் தம் வினையான் வரும். So, Tirukkural number 63. So here he says how we have to be with our kids. So we are always spoon feeding our children till they are very old, 40, 50, 60. We are still holding their hands, isn't it? Many parents, they don't leave them. But Thiruvalluvar says we have to be like the animals or the birds. We have to be with our children till the point that they are gonna get matured. Once it is done, once they are gonna be in a certain age or mentally matured, we need to let them to carry out their life, because things will come based on their karma. That's what he says. Based on their good deeds and bad deeds that they did, they are going to experience their life. Of course, they came through us, but it doesn't mean that we have to live our life. That's what he said. We are going to help them to grow till some certain point. Afterwards, we need to let them to face their good and bad deeds. That is the best thing that we can contribute to them. If we are going to interfere in their life, we are blocking them from learning. So kindly, we all have to understand this before entering into a relationship, before having kids. We need to make sure that uh, one has to practice a complete non-interference. We have to be a support for them, but we should not interfere in their life by living their 100% of their life. That's what he says. So this is the roles of the parents. Right? Okay. And here they say, what is the role of a father to a child? தந்தை மகட்காற்றும் நன்றி அவையத்து முந்தியிருப்பச் செயல். A father should make his son to sit in the front row in his place of education or whatever he is learning, which means a father's role is to give his child the wisdom. That is the role of a father. Make him aware. Show him everything, whatever is there in this world. So this is what the role that a father can play in the family life. And in the another Tirukkural, he says, மகன் தந்தைக்கு ஆற்றும் உதவி இவன் தந்தை எண்ணோற்றான் கொள்ளினும். That is the responsibility of the child that he has to do to their parents. So what he has to do is, or she has to do is, they need to make people to say, "Oh my God, what? How many meditation or how many what sort of penance his parents did in order to get a child like him." So these are all the words that one has to being parents. They need to hear from the other people of praising their children. That is how a child has to live, by by doing the good deeds and being a great human being, practicing non-violence, speaking the truth, and being humble. All these small qualities, forgiving, showing gratitude, being kind, loving. These are all the things which matters the most. Okay. Tips to lead a happy life. So the last part. ஏதிலார் குற்றம் போல் தங்குற்றங் காண்கிற்பின் தீதுண்டோ மன்னும் உயிர்க்கு. So they say, in a relationship or anywhere, if a person sees the fault in himself rather than seeing the fault in the others, then there won't be any mess in this whole world, he saying. There won't be any conflicts. There won't be any fights or arguments. There will be complete peace. So if we're going to practice this small thing, which he said in these two phrases, this is going to completely eliminate our life. If at all, if we see some small faults in our partner, in our children, what we need to do is, we are seeing that because we have at least maybe 1% of that negative quality in us, within us. Because of that fact, nature is showing that quality to us. If we are not having even a 0.1% of that, the nature won't even show that quality coming from them to us, because we don't need to learn certain. We already learned that, isn't it? So if it is the case, if we are complete, imagine if we say, "Hey, why you are being short tempered, you know or why you are shouting like this." In our family, we are going to keep on complaining, isn't it? And instead of saying to the other person, "Hey, you are behaving in this way, it's not so good, I don't like this," instead of saying these things to them, we need to observe ourselves why they are behaving this way. Because in my soul there are certain impurities, or in my intellect, or wherever I have those qualities within me. And because of that fact, nature is showing that to me, because other people, they are not others, they are the reflection of us. They will be showed their qualities through us, and we will be showed our qualities through them, so that we can learn and we can correct ourselves, we can grow beyond than the present state. That is the most important thing that we need to follow. And that last one, தீயினாற் சுட்டபுண் உள்ளாரும் ஆறாதே நாவினாற் சுட்டவிடு. So in family, we can easily hurt people by simply saying some harsh words, isn't it? But what he is saying is, even a wound that happened because of any fire or whatever, even that will be cured or healed. But a wound that happened because of the words will never be healed. It's like the thread, for example, the right side in the photo. Imagine if you are going to break the thread, pull the thread. Can we put it back as how it was before? Even though if we tie to the thread, The pulled thread will be separated. There won't be 100% perfect fit, isn't it? So we need to use the words very, 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 very wisely. If at all we are angry, better to be silent, because there is no need to get angry. We all are gods, everyone are gods. We just have to respect everyone. And the best thing that we can do is showing love to them so that they may change. If we show anger to anger, nothing can change. Again, we are creating, multiplying the things, isn't it? So if we follow all these things, we will have a wonderful life. So yeah, right. This is what Thiruvalluvar is saying regarding a relationship. Thank you everyone for patiently listening. If you have any questions or anything to share, kindly don't hesitate.
Thank you, Arpuda. Really, it was like recollecting the core information about relationship. So you have really beautifully described and briefly and in a very crisp format you have explained it. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Arpuda, for again another amazing wisdom session on relationship. Thank you. Friends, do you have any questions you can ask?
Thank you, Akka. Thank you.
Thank
Credits
you
go
so
to
much, Arpana.
Thiruvalluvar.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I said just credits go to Thiruvalluvar.
Thank you, Arpana. Really, it's amazing what, as Priya said, actually, we are recollecting it. How the husband role, what is the husband role, what is the wife role, how we should treat the kids, and how we should give the freedom to choose our decision making, everything. So you explained it very well. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you.
Thank you, Akka. Yeah. So it's that's a question it seems for us, how we can control our temper, which is which is the things that we need to work upon. We need to listen to these kind of statements again and again. That's the first thing that we can do. Because we are not 100% perfect, that we are still in this human body, and we are here to learn and overcome all those qualities, isn't it? So that's the reason why we practice meditation. So every day, at least according to our age, if we are 30 years old, 30 minutes of meditation is a must. So then we won't be triggered immediately, because we know to control our desires. We know to control our unwanted thoughts. Now we are in a position to select which thought to be expressed, which thought to be suppressed. So meditation could be a key to have a non to control the anger, I would say, and have to listen to this wisdom again and again. Only then we can inculcate those qualities within us and experience.
Amazing, amazing, Arpada. Thank you. And Monica ji, so we can like assess we can do like analysis little bit with as Arpita said, following the meditation and the healing our emotions. Along with that, we can do a little bit of analysis like what are the situations that we end up reacting. There won't be like every situation we will react. No, there will be only specific situation we will be reacting. In that, are we reacting because of the situation or because of that person? So only on certain people only we will react. So again, we can like do like with person and situation where we are reacting, and then from there we can do further kind of like the awareness, we can bring the slow and steadily. It's not like overnight we will master this, but it is possible, and we have did it. So with that experience, I'm confidently saying it is possible. And but only thing is we should not rush to the result. We should not rush ourselves to the end result. But with everyday practice of like practicing gratitude. Example, certain most of the time with the kids, we like often they are the close to our heart, but still we end up getting angry because of their tantrums. So in this situation, what I have practiced is like, okay, sending gratitude energy to them every day, irrespective of in the current reality, even though because of their tantrums, I was like able to like getting angry because immediately and sometimes end up reacting. So over the period, what I did is like I started moving away from this current reality. I started visualizing them as if, okay, to like by that time, okay, whenever example I will tell you here. So whenever my son, elder one, he comes from the school, he hesitates to remove means his blazer. He just wants to stay in his school uniform for some time. And but normally in our thing is like, okay, once you're back from school, you have to go take bath, fresh up, and then come fresh and start the evening. But that's where I myself and my son we used to get triggered. So there, what happened is like then I thought, okay, anyhow, reacting or managing this situation is quite with our normal regular activities, it is challenging. So what I did is like afternoon before he comes back from school, so I started visualizing him in his highest self. Which is what is highest self? Seeing them in their best form. Like, okay, my son, he is coming from school, he is going to fresh up straight away without me saying anything, and then he gets cleaned up, and then he is having a fresh up, and then coming and starting his homework and everything. So over the period, like I was like being patient, like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. So like within a week, I can start seeing the transformation happening. Only thing is, I would see him in the visualize format, like, okay, he is doing his best. And second thing is like sending gratitude energy for that activity. And obviously patience with us and myself not jumping to the end result immediately. I allowed this to happen in its own time. But the thing is like it doesn't take much time ideally. So because we detach ourselves from the end result, what happens is the thing starts manifesting fast. So these are all the simple techniques, but yet powerful techniques helped me. And so what I did is slowly I started implementing in other areas of my life as well. So this way it helped me a lot. So along with meditation, obviously meditation is the core thing, and the wisdom related to relationship, obviously those wisdom along with this kind of practical implementations, it helped me. So hope this knowledge helps you. Thank you. Okay. I think no more questions anyhow. I think we are like 10. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Monica ji. Thank you, Arpuda, for another beautiful session. And thanks to everybody who was like patiently listening to this. So thank you. Thank you, friends.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.